Hello everyone and welcome back to Ballers Take Flight. On this episode, we will be going over NBA players that are widely disliked by their fans, their own teammates, or by other teams. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out which NBA players made it to the list. If you're new to this channel or you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. The NBA is one of the most popular sports leagues in the entire world, and a major reason is that it is extremely competitive. Fan bases support their teams with extreme dedication and bias, and show up every night to watch the world's greatest athletes play the game. This also means that some fan bases develop animosity towards particular players, either due to the fact that they win often in their building, or simply because disrespect was shown in one way or another. If you're a sports fan, you're obviously going to root for the guys on your team, while completely hating your rivals. But even so, there are some players that you can't help but hate, even if they wind up helping your team win. Some players thrive off of being villains, and the hate is what motivates them the most. Others wind up making enemies along the road despite being humble or low profile. Others just love being hated and don't do anything to change their image. Today, we're going to let you know about the top 10 most hated NBA players. Let's start off at number 10. You either love or hate Carmelo. It's always been like that. We personally believe that he's one of the best scorers in the history of the game, and that he deserves a lot of respect. But I wouldn't want him playing on my team. His ball hogging and ball stopping have really hurt his teams over the course of the year, as well as the fact that he refuses to embrace a lesser role as he's aging. Also, he's constantly making fun of his haters on social media, so that doesn't do too much to help his case. Fair or unfair, people have hated Carmelo Anthony since he first came into the league. He was never on the same career path as LeBron James, the player drafted 2 spots ahead of him in 2003. But yet, his lack of success still gets lumped in with LeBron. Anthony took a hit to his reputation after forcing his way out of Denver and to the New York Knicks, and then again in choosing to stay with a floundering Knicks franchise rather than go to a winning situation like Chicago back in 2014. Currently, even his own front office seems to hate him. At number 9, we have Trae Young. The kid just turned 20, and he already cracks our list. Young got the full ESPN treatment during his lone college season in Oklahoma. Given the natural similarities between his game, demeanor, and appearance and those of Steph Curry, seemingly the entire sports world questioned whether we were witnessing the rise of Chef Curry 2.0, a debate that had us all exhausted by February. With the spotlight fixed on him, Young has been subject to the same criticisms as Curry. He's soft. He doesn't play defense. He jacks way too many bad shots. He acts selfless, but actually plays selfishly. Fair or not, those criticisms will probably plague Young for his entire career. On to our next, Draymond Green. He's one-of-a-kind talent. He's a Swiss Army knife on the court, and Golden State's historic success wouldn't be possible without him. He's also the best trash talker in the league. He loves getting into opponents' heads. Draymond will even talk trash about his rivals in the media. While many players are hesitant to provide clickbait fodder, Draymond embraces his platform and says things like, "Tristan, we ain't cut the same," which ultimately led to a nightclub fight. People dislike Green because of his big mouth and dirty play. He's known to flail his legs. He tried to punch LeBron in the crotch, perhaps costing the Warriors the 2016 NBA Finals. The former Spartan lives for the hate though, and he's the best heel in the game today. The NBA needs Draymond. Draymond Green loves acting up. He's the Golden State Warriors' ultimate war dog, and he's just not going to back down from anybody, even if that means getting suspended in the playoffs or the finals. Green has a really bad temper, and he's not afraid to get in everybody's face, even if that winds up hurting his team. Number 7. Joakim Noah. Noah was hated in college at Florida, and it carried right on over into the NBA with the Bulls. His trash talk, gestures to the crowd, and occasional rant about Cleveland's lack of appeal as a city made him the most hated Chicago Bull of all time. Another player who is less gifted with basketball skills and more of just a nuisance on the floor is Noah. Early on in his career, he drove both Bulls fans and his team crazy with his inconsistent effort and character quirks. At number 6, DeMarcus Cousins. He has never hesitated to let everybody know a piece of his mind, even if that includes his teammates, his coaches, or the entire organization he plays with. And that kind of attitude has made him look a bit whiny and soft instead of tough. The Pelicans' history doesn't date back far, so one of their newest additions is already their all-time most hated player. Cousins had a chance to cultivate a new persona after coming over from Sacramento, but he didn't. Known for constantly complaining to officials, leading the league in technical fouls, and alienating his teammates, Cousins' reputation will need some serious damage control if he's going to turn things around in the Big Easy. Cousins has had haters his whole career. Number 5, Kawhi Leonard. He was one of the most beloved players in the league before all of the San Antonio Spurs drama, and even though some of us aren't Spurs fans, we're really disappointed in the way Kawhi mishandled the situation. He was really disloyal with such a great organization. Moreover, he was really tough with a guy like Greg Popovich. Kawhi basically went from the favorite to the most hated in 1 year. Previously known as one of the most humble and hardworking stars in the league, Kawhi did a complete 180. He wasn't happy with how the Spurs handled his quadricep injury, and his dissatisfaction became one of the biggest stories in the league. He probably didn't mean for things to go sour, but he came off as a complete prima donna. He demanded a trade to Los Angeles and, in a cruel twist of fate, got sent to the coldest climate in the NBA. Spurs fans will likely hate him for the rest of his career, and Raptors fans probably will too if he abandons Toronto like Vince Carter, T-Mac, and Chris Bosh have previously. That fan base holds grudges. He'll then likely crack our top 5. On to the next one. We didn't see much of Zaza, but the veteran center is still floating around and still rubbing people the wrong way. Zaza, like Olynyk, is noted as one of the dirtiest players in the league. He's out there to be tough, set screens, and get rebounds. He's like a less skilled Tristan Thompson. It says something that Zaza is most well known for injuring Kawhi Leonard in the 2017 Western Conference Finals, completely turning the tide of that series. Even though they have turned on Leonard, Spurs fans are still salty about that play. I can't even fathom the fact that he's an NBA champion, considering his evident lack of talent, other than just hurting his opponents. Number 3, Russell Westbrook. We love Westbrook. But then again, I don't want him on my team and would understand why fans wouldn't like him either, as he's become a bit of a stat paddler over the past couple of seasons. I mean, get your triple doubles. What you're doing is amazing, but come on, man, don't hurt your team in the process. Also, his competitive attitude is something that could make several fans think he's just a sore loser. At number 2, Dwight Howard. He has been one of the most hated players in the league for what feels like a decade. Though he was lovable during his Superman years in Orlando, he made a quick heel turn in 2012. Dwight flip-flopped on whether he wanted to stay with the Magic and then ultimately joined the Lakers. While in LA, he struggled to coexist with Kobe Bryant. You know what happened next. Dwight caused problems in Houston, then bounced around the league. At this point, having played for 6 teams, he's a borderline journeyman. There will always be questions about Dwight's work ethic and passion. And at the top of the list, Kevin Durant. He is the perfect example of a guy that instead of making things better, just keeps making them even worse. Yes, he's become the best player in the world and is a 2-time NBA champion and Finals MVP. But the cost has been huge. He doesn't have a true fan base anymore. He lost the respect of most NBA fans due to his burner accounts after joining the Golden State Warriors. While most Dubs fans know that the Warriors are and will always be Curry's team. This was a no-brainer. Durant sealed his fate as the most hated player in Thunder Sonics history when he jumped ship to the 73-win Warriors just months after nearly eliminating them from the playoffs. KD may have made the right decision for himself, but he'll have to live with the fact that he'll likely be hated in Oklahoma City for at least the duration of his career, and maybe for the rest of his life. Durant's conduct since his move has really solidified his status as the most hated player in the game. He's repeatedly tried to defend himself and his decision. He's ceaselessly complained about how he's portrayed. He's railed against the media as blog boys. KD, we still love you. We always will. But we also understand why so many people hate you. And you probably get it too. Well, those are the most hated players in the NBA. Who else should have made the list? Let us know who we missed in the comments below. That's it for this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash the like button. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Catch us in the next video.